That evening, Minsu and Woobin arrived in Minsu's hometown. As they both got out of the car, Minsu thanked Woobin and told him there was no need for him to bring her all the way, as she could have taken a train. Woobin looked at her and told her he didn't want her to be by herself in her state. Minsu smiled and thanked him again. Woobin tried to assist her with her luggage, but Minsu told him she was okay since she had already arrived. She walked away as Woobin watched her enter her yard before getting into his car and driving off. As Minsu made her way into the house, her mom ran toward her and hugged her. Excited, she asked if she was okay and if she had been eating well. Minsu assured her that she was fine. Her mom told her she had made her favorite food and that she should freshen up before they had dinner together once her father was back. Minsu smiled and walked to her room. Everything was just how she had left it. She sat on her bed and went through her diary, where she had written about how excited she was to go to university, graduate, become a lawyer, and meet a loving man to marry. She thought about how everything was working out the way she had planned, except for the marriage part. She lay on her bed, thinking about how much she missed Sonjin. She knew it was over between them, but she couldn't stop thinking about him. He was her first love, her first everything. Sonjin sat on his bed, looking at the gift Minsu had given him. He had not opened it yet, hoping to do so after their wedding. Since that was no longer going to happen, he decided to open it. Inside was a custom-made bracelet with both their initials and a letter. He opened the letter and read Minsu's words about how he had changed her life for the better, how she prayed for their happy ending, and how grateful she was that the universe had brought them together. As he looked at the gift, he almost shed tears, realizing that Minsu would always be in his heart. His little sister, Yuna, walked in, upset. She stood in front of Sonjin and asked if he was just going to let Minsu go. Sonjin asked her what she suggested he do. Yuna sat next to him and told him he should refuse to marry Kim because she was a bad person. Sonjin told her he had already done everything he could and that it killed him to let Minsu go, but at this point he had tried his best. He reminded Yuna to knock before entering next time, saying so as he walked out. That evening, Minsu had dinner with her family. She was very happy to be back home, and seeing her mom and dad made her feel better. They asked her how university was, and she told them everything about how she was studying hard and wanted to graduate soon, start her law firm, and spoil them. Her father told her there was no need to feel like she had to repay them, as everything they did was out of love. Minsu smiled at her father's comforting words. Her mom asked if she had met someone special at university. Minsu's expression changed as she thought about Sonjin. She had thought she was forgetting him, but as soon as her mom asked the question, he was the first person to pop into her mind. Noticing that Minsu was not okay, her parents asked if something was wrong. With tears almost falling from her eyes, she ran to her room. Her mother turned to her father and told him she suspected something had happened. She had noticed earlier that Minsu wasn't okay and believed it might be a heartbreak. Her father was not happy to hear this. He immediately went into her room. As she lay on her bed crying, he sat next to her and asked if something had happened. Minsu told him it was nothing. Refusing to believe her, he said that if someone had broken her heart, he would find him and make him pay. Minsu insisted it was nothing, assuring him she would be fine and that he shouldn't worry. Realizing she needed space, he told her he loved her and walked out. Woobin walked into a seafood restaurant and sat down for a meal and a drink. As he sat there, he received a call from Sonjin, who asked if Minsu was okay. Woobin questioned why he was still asking about Minsu if he had decided to stay committed to Kim. Sonjin told him he just wanted to make sure she got home safely. Woobin assured him she was fine and that he had made sure she got home safe. Sonjin thanked him and hung up. As Woobin sat there, Minsu's father, who owned the restaurant, spotted him and walked up to his table. Woobin, confused, asked if he needed something. Getting straight to the point, Minsu's father said he had seen him dropping off Minsu and asked what his relationship with her was. Realizing it was Minsu's father, Wubin stretched out his hand for a handshake, but the older man was upset. He firmly gripped Wubin's hand, demanding to know if he was the one who had made Minsu cry. He added that Minsu was always happy, and seeing her like that because of some loser did not sit well with him.